Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Melissa with a quick tutorial on how I edit photos. As a designer and art director, I'm always asked questions like, how do you create content at home? Like, how do you edit your photos? What applications are you using? How do you make them bright? So I'm asked a lot of questions on a daily basis, so I decided to create a series of videos. So in today's video, I'm just going to show you how you can simply take photos using your mobile phone, and you can use any editing application, but for the sake of this video we're using Lightroom. I'm going to show you how you can use just simple editing tools in Lightroom to be able to enhance the photos to make them look a little bit more polished. So here I'm in Lightroom. I'm actually using the cloud-based version of Lightroom here. I have a subscription to Lightroom, subscription to Adobe Creative Cloud. And so this is the Creative Cloud-based photo service. It syncs to all of my devices that are actually on the cloud. So I can use the web version, I can use the mobile version, or I can use the desktop version, which is what we're currently using now. So since we're in Lightroom, what I'm going to do is take the photo, because as you guys can see, if I'm going to post this on social media, if I post it the way it's looking right now, it doesn't look cute. So we're going to make some simple adjustments here. First, what we're going to do is crop the photo. Now, when you crop the photo, you can use the dimensions that are already built into program, because most editing programs are going to have the settings already set for you in terms like a 1:1, 4:5, or you can do a 9:16. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and select the 4:5, because I like using that because I want my photo to be like in your face when you're on social media. So I don't want you to be like passing, when you're scrolling, like missing it. I want you to see it. So we're going to crop it, and we're going to zoom in as well. And we're going to angle the photo a little bit, and we're probably going to make some more adjustments here and zoom in a little bit more. And then I have it to where I want it to be slightly. We're going to go ahead and double click on that, and we're going to start with enhancing the photos to make it look a whole lot better than what it looks right now. So we're going to brighten the photo by taking the exposure, and we're just going to increase it just a little. And then we're going to take my contrast, and we're going to also increase the contrast as well. And we're probably going to increase it a little bit more. And what we're going to do, because right now the blacks are looking really black, and with the highlights. Now with the highlights, this is going to control all of the light areas that you see in the photo. And the shadows here are going to adjust all of the shadows here. So if you want to make them darker, you can, or you can make them lighter. And so we're going to do the opposite. We're going to take the highlights, make them a little bit darker, which is going to bring out more details. And the shadows are going to bring the shadows up a little bit. And it's also going to brighten the photo as well. So what we're going to do is take my highlights, because again, a lot of people like to blow out the highlights by just bringing them way up. But what we're going to do is the opposite direction. And we're going to keep some of those details that we have, and we're just going to bring them up a little bit. We're going to take the shadows, and we're going to go in the opposite direction by increasing the shadows, which is going to brighten them up a little bit. But it also brightens up the blacks that are also in the photo as well. So we're going to have to go in and make some adjustments to that. So we can brighten the photo by taking the whites and kind of adjusting them just a little bit to make the photo brighter. And then we can take those blacks, and we can kind of go down with the blacks to kind of make the blacks a little bit more black. Okay, so next what we can do is, I typically go into the tone curves, but this is just a very simple and quick tutorial for you guys to follow along. We can go to color, and with the color you can kind of make the photo a little bit more warmer, or you can make it a little bit more cooler. But for the sake of me, I like my photos just to be the way they're shot, because you can go in and enhance the colors individually with the color slider. But what we're going to do, tint, if you have like some green in the photo or some magenta that you're trying to take out of the photo, you can kind of make those adjustments here. But we're going to take the vibrance, so we're going to go up with the vibrance as well, and we're going to take the saturation of that vibrance, and we're going to kind of saturate those colors a little bit more. Now let's look at like before, where we started, and this is where we are. A huge change, guys, just by making simple, subtle adjustments. So next with the colors, now I can go in and kind of like clean this up a little bit, but it's going to be on social media. I'm not really like want it to be perfect. This is just the sake of showing you guys how to take your photos and kind of make subtle adjustments to them. But typically I like to desaturate my yellows and my blues, but because I have a little bit of yellow in the jewelry here, the foundation, as well as the eyeshadow palette and this other palette here as well, and what we're going to do is kind of like desaturate it just a little bit, not to lose the yellows, but we're going to take the luminance and we're going to kind of brighten the yellows up a little bit. And then what we're going to do is take our blues and we're just going to saturate the blues out, which is going to kind of make the white more white, so it won't look as grayish. And then we're going to take the luminance of that and we're going to bring that up as well. So there you have it, guys. So let's show the before. This is where we started, and then here is where we're ending. So I feel very confident. I like the way this photo looks. It's not overly done, because you can take some of these adjustment tools and you can really go overboard with it, and the photo will look completely different than what it should look like. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more great tips like these. Leave me a comment if you have any other questions about editing photos. Until next time, I will see ya when I see ya.